He's in the studio here with us. Let's start rotating. Let's get Fonz in here first. Brody Fonensteel, defensive end, fullback, tight end. What exactly? Get on that mic for me. Get a little bit closer to it. Yeah, that's good. What exactly is your position at this point, man?
I kind of move around. I go in at B-back, go at receiver, tight end, DN. Kind of just move around. Whatever Coach Baird wants me to play, I'll go play.
That's something. Coach Baird and I have talked about this a couple of times this year. All these guys on this team kind of grew up doing this stuff. They know the system. It's your first year in the system, but you're still having to learn it piece by piece, and each week you're getting more on your plate.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to try to install new stuff for me every week, try to learn a lot more B-back stuff, and get some more carries.
How do you like carrying the ball? Because watching you carry the ball, I told this to Coach Baird last week, watching you carry the ball is just – it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen because you don't have a running back's body, but you carry the ball really well.
Yeah. No, I just got to hit that hole, go downhill hard, and go hit someone.
The position you're being recruited to play by a couple of big-time schools, defensive end spot, that's where you've kind of made your mark on the defensive side. I talk about playing that DN spot and what's being asked of you right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just got to play my gap, play my position, stay in our scheme. And we go against a lot of heavy run teams, so that's going to be first. And then once we go past, and then we get to have some fun.
Pass rush is fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Pass rush is fun. Brody Corbett also joining us in here now. Brody, making your mark also on that defensive side of the ball, kind of the other defensive end position. Talk a little bit about your defense and how, I talked about it with Coach Baird earlier this year, how the front seven for this Coisington team was going to be such a major key defensively, and you're a big part of that.
Yeah, I would say we're nasty, and we like to get after it. And knowing that we can trust ourselves defensively it's always good to rely on.
Yeah, and that defensive side of the ball, I mean, again, Southwestern Heights, not the most impressive opponent you'll face this year. We'll talk about the Cheney game here in a little bit, but this defense so far, you've played Heston. You've played a really good Heston team, played a really good Pratt team, and the defense continues to step up, and that's been a major part in those victories.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Knowing, we can stop them, just makes me wonder what else we can do to other teams.
Let's go ahead and get your thoughts on it first. We'll go ahead and transition to the Cheney game, a team that does a lot of different stuff on the offensive side of the ball. Big, physical, always super talented, athletic. What have you seen so far from Cheney?
Well, they do a lot offensively, a lot of motions. They'll formation you to death, but just going over it yesterday, Monday, felt really good about it. Seeing what they do gives us that heads up for Friday.
Coach, let's get you in here. Want to hear your thoughts on the Cheney. It's the Battle of the Cardinals coming up Friday. They had a knockdown drag-out loss to Holcomb in, I believe it was week 1. Since then, they've been pretty dominant.
Yeah, obviously a really good program year in, year out. They're going to compete for state championships, and they dropped the week 1 against Holcomb out there, and it's a sloppy field. They get a first-year starter at quarterback who's a really good player. So, you can tell, they're getting better each week, and, they're just they're well coached. They play hard. They play physical. They're assignment sound. They're a good team for a reason, and, you put all that together, and we got a big challenge on our hands come Friday.
And I think you touched on it there. Their quarterback is going to be something that you guys haven't really faced this year, and a big, not an athlete playing the quarterback position, but a quarterback, a good 6'4", 6'5", 200-pounder who can really throw the ball, and that's going to be a new challenge for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dual threat kid. 6'4", 200 pounds. On film it may not look like he's running super fast, but when you're 6'4" and you cover that much ground in a stride, it's faster than what you think. And he's a physical runner. He controls the game really well with the ball in his hand. So for us, we've got to do a great job being assignment sound. We got to get off blocks. And we got to be good at all 3 levels because they've got weapons. And like I said, they're well coached, and so they're going to spread the ball around. And they do a little bit of everything offensively, and they do it well. So they put you in a lot of predicaments, and you have to be good at everything you do.
Rest of the games after this one are all district contests, correct?
Correct.
Am I right in that? Okay.
Yep.
So you're 1-0 in the district. You feel as though you should be able to dominate the district that you're in. How do you, I guess, stay focused for this game, knowing that you've still got what essentially amounts to not playoff games, but playoff seeding type games?
Well, I mean, for us as coaches, I think it's easy. Our entire goal is to go win a state championship. So this is a great test for us, and it's about getting better every single day and every week. So Maybe for these guys it's a little bit tougher, but man, as a high school kid, what more could you ask for? You're going to play a really good team that's a class above you. You're at their place. It's homecoming, and it's the state game of the week. So, man, I don't think I ever got a chance to play in one of these games when I was a high school player. So I'm sure they're super excited, and it's just an opportunity for us to continue to get better, which is at the end of the day what we got to do.
I'm glad you mentioned classification because while I'm sure this is not something that anybody on this team is focused on right now, news did break last week. Hoisington going to be moving up a classification from 2A to 3A. Talk about that move and what it means for the program.
Yeah, we're excited about it. Obviously, it's a new challenge, but like you said too, Grant, like we're not talking about it. We're not worried about it. Like I've got 8 seniors this year, and this is for a lot of them going to be the last time they ever get a chance to play this game. So our focus 100% this year, and trying to make a deep run at a state championship and get our guys as many games as we can play.
Coach, thanks for the time today. It's always a pleasure. Looking forward to Friday.
Thanks, Brant. Appreciate it, man.
That's Coach Baird joining us here on Sports Day.
Yeah, that's going to be such a massive matchup. I can't wait to be in that stadium calling that game on Friday. It's going to get here in a hurry. Two teams. Cheney lost one game. I think 15-13 was the final score of that game that they lost. An absolute knockdown, drag out, old school, I guess is the right word for it, football game. A lot going on in that one. But this is going to be a matchup of two teams that are really, really deadgum good. And I'm really looking forward to calling it and just watching it, just enjoying the sport as a whole. Sports Day today is brought to you by Kern Floor Service. Whether you need a new ceramic, porcelain, or natural stone floors, their knowledgeable and friendly flooring experts are here to help you find the perfect floor for your home decor and budget. Visit the Great Bend Showroom at 908 Coolidge to see, touch, and feel the latest styles. Also brought to you by Cody Crook of Red Cedar Land Company. Whether you're looking to sell your land or find the right property to buy, Cody takes pride in understanding your goals and making the process as smooth as possible. Call Cody at 620-617-7320 or visit redcedarland.com. All right, we have to get to our next break of the program. When we come back, I'm going to talk with Doug and Michelle Kaiser, the head coach and assistant coach for Barton Community College golf. Those two golf teams, the men's and women's golf teams, are just on an absolute tear right now. We'll talk about that with the coaches, Kaiser, when we come back. We are live in the Mayo Money Management Studio, and you are listening to 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. Hey, Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
Marmy Auto Group makes it happen. Central and Western Kansas. Check out our selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Marmy's friendly staff offers top quality service that you've gotten to know over the years. When your existing vehicle needs parts or service, our experienced team will get you back in the game this season. Marmy Chevrolet, GMC, Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, parts, service, and body shop. Visit Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street or marmys.net. Marmys make it happen.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry now joined by Doug and Michelle Kaiser, head coach and assistant coach out at Barton Community College with the golf program out there. Guys, how are we doing today? We're coming off a couple more big wins for you guys.
Yes, we have been doing a lot of traveling. We've played in 4 tournaments so far this year. We do have 2 left, and we do have a week off. So got home late last night from Heston, Kansas, and we're getting ready to go to Auburn Golf Course in Wichita in 2 weeks. So, like I said, we've been doing a lot of traveling, but we've done well. I mean, I'm really happy with our 2 teams.
Well, I mean, that's collegiate sports, right? You're running all over the place. You're going everywhere, and I mean, you guys have been dominant. I called you yesterday, Coach, or I texted you yesterday asking, hey, do you want to come on the show sometime? And you said, yeah, we're out at a tournament right now. And the reason I wanted to get you on is because your team is winning a lot, but you've also recently set a couple of program records. Well, you called me last night to kind of set this up, and you told me that after setting the program record, your women, after setting the program record a couple of weeks ago, broke their own record again this week. You're just having a stellar year right now.
We are. I coach both men's and women's, and this is the women's team we're talking about, and they have set some new records. And I think it's got a lot to do with how they get along as a team. We have 8 individual young ladies that play hearts out, and they want everybody on the team to do well. You know, there's not a person going, I want to beat this girl, I want to beat this girl, but they play as a team, and it's fun. I'm not going to lie, it is so fun watching this. Both the men are the same way. We have 14 young men on our team, and I've got guys sitting at home that are averaging 72 because we qualify for tournaments. I can only take, say, five-person team and maybe 3 individuals. I've got kids sitting at home that are averaging 72 that 8 years ago could win nationals. On the women's side, I get to take all 8, and like I say, it's just fun watching this. We certify every year our teams with Trevor Ross in his office a week before our tournament. We'll go through every one of our young men and young ladies on our roster and go, we got to make sure all of our ducks in a row. We got to make sure all transcripts are here, everything. And we go through each person, and he'll ask me what I think. And I said, you might want to come out and watch these 2 teams because they're fun to watch, especially come watch the women's team because it's exciting. He said, how's your team? I said, they're going to be good. And he goes, you say this every year? And I go, no, we're going to be good this year. You need to come watch. I don't want to jinx this because I'm very superstitious, but he needs to come out and take a look. He knows. He met me in the office this morning and said, good job again. So yeah.
It's always nice when your boss tells you that you're doing good, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
You've got a couple of players, a couple of golfers right now that are about scratch golfers. And these are some really, really impressive players. Tell us about your teams and who all is contributing and who's having the year right now, who's kind of leading this charge.
Okay, so I'll start with the men's team. I've got 2 young players that are sophomores coming back this year. Ted, he's from Switzerland, and I got Matthew from France. And they practice every day. We go to the course. We have a golf range on our campus with our building and our range, and they're down there until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, hitting range balls after range balls after range balls. All the guys are down there at different times. On the women's side, we have the whole team go down there at times and hit range. After we go to the course and come back, they eat supper, they hit range balls. And you can see it. I mean, these girls, I've got 4 individuals that have won the 4 first tournaments. We got first place in each tournament, and they're breaking records like, our team record was a 298, and we beat that record by a 297 2 weeks ago. At Sand Creek Station. And then yesterday we won again. We shot a 292, which, anything below 300 for women is fantastic. Men used to be anything below 300 about 8 years ago was fantastic. Now you're going to have to shoot in the 270s or 280s, and we're doing that too. But each one of these young ladies are stepping up to the plate and hitting home runs every time we go out and play golf.
So your last tournament, you said, was in Heston yesterday. You played at the Bethel Invitational.
Yep.
Walk us through that, because you dominated on the women's side. What else is new? And the men also won that tournament, didn't they? Or they placed very well.
We ended up taking second place.
Okay.
It was a dogfight to the end. It was actually we took third place. Sterling took first, and it was against us and Bethany, and it was a dogfight all the way to the last hole, and we ended up getting beat by one. But Ted won it, and then Matthew took third, and so they shot. They actually set a new record, a new team total record of I think it was 876, and that's the second best 54-hole tournament that in Barton history right there. So, and on the women's side, like I said, I don't want to jinx us, but we had our 8 players in the top 10, and so it was just unbelievable watching them come in. And Deanna took first place, and then we had Minnie. She took second. Pam took third. Siri took fourth. Annika took sixth, and the other 3 were in the top 10. So.
And these are all nicknames that you're providing these players, because they're real. You told me on the phone the other day, like, nicknames are necessary because you do have to go out and you have to get foreign-born players and get them to come here. And you told me that later today you're going to be working on more of that.
Yes. No, like Deanna, that's not a nickname. That's pretty easy. But we do have a couple girls from Thailand, and Minnie's the one, and the other one's Pam. And so if I was to let you try to pronounce this name, I say it wrong every time. But Siri is from Mexico. That's her actual name. Annika is from Sweden or Australia, and that's her actual name. So we just have the 2 that we have nicknames for. But on the guys' side, we do too. We have a young man from Thailand. His nickname is Vio. And I think the rest of them are all pretty easy. Ted, he's from Sweden, and then Matthew's from France. So those are actual names. So yeah, they're easy to come by.
I got you, Michelle. You've been kind of quiet so far. Haven't heard from you. Talk about the performance yesterday at Bethel.
It was pretty exciting at Heston yesterday during the Bethel invitation. I actually am the logistics side of all of this, ensuring that coach can have access to the software and watch things live when it's live scoring like this, and ensure that the students all get connected up as well. They're all given a team password and passcode, and just ensure everybody's connected. And then I also, as part of the logistics, make sure that everybody gets fed. If we travel and stay a night somewhere, I take care of the logistics of the hotel and all of that. And just, I'm the go-to person for those things. They all go to him for the coaching capabilities. Most of the time, I stay inside. I work during that time, and then go out during my breaks and keep an eye on others, and or get the opportunity to walk up to them and give them a positive affirmation. If I could see that they're struggling, I watch online quite a bit, and if I see they're struggling, then I'll walk out to tee box and talk to them a little bit and get them to change their mind and their composition. And then the next thing you know, there they go, par, 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 instead of a bogey, bogey.
Well, that's everyone talks about how golf is such a mental game, right? And you're off by a centimeter, and all of a sudden the ball's in the woods. It is it's a mental thing, and getting to these kids and encouraging them and telling them, hey, here's maybe the tick that's off, or maybe just, hey, stop being so frustrated. That's as much, I feel like, a part of golf coaching as anything.
It is. I always tell all my kids when they come to school, it's family first, school second, and then golf third. And golf is 90% mental and 10% physical. You can be short, tall, big, 300 pounds. You can still play golf. And these kids, when they do struggle, like yesterday, I had a young lady that on a par 3 just went straight left, and I go, this is not a hard hole. And I went up to her and I said, hey, you've got game, and they just listen, and that's the thing about this team. And then she actually took a 6 on the hole, which is 3 over, and then right after that was after the hole, and then after that she went par, birdie, bogey, par, and she just got back mentally. Sometimes you've got to be with the young ladies out there on certain holes, and the guys get along too. They get it. They get it. They seem to get it a little a little bit because they understand if they have a bogey, it's not the end of the world. Sometimes if you have a double bogey on the girls' side, it's like, oh boy, my game's going south now. No, it's not. We'll get you going back north. We'll get you back going north.
Yeah, when they do those exciting shots, as I like to optimistically call them, I'll say, oh, good, you're going to give a demonstration of how to get out of this situation. Show the others.
Exactly.
Show everybody how you get out of this.
Got to work on saving the other shots, right? I will be honest. I have never walked a golf course in my life. I've been to Top Golf like 3 times, but that's the extent of my golf knowledge.
Oh,
but
boy.
it's just nasty slice. Like just immediately, I'm trying to hit it straight and it's going all the way to the left. It's awesome. That's my golf swing. But
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
So that would be a hook to your left.
Hook. Okay.
Yeah. That's
See,
fine.
and
That's fine.
again,
you're good. You're good. A
there we
slice
go.
is to your right.
Okay.
You're good.
Look, don't worry. I'll overcorrect. It'll eventually go to the right too.
It's usually a baseball swing when you go. That's how.
Right.
80% of the
But
guys-
I've never played baseball either.
Oh boy. Well, then maybe you go left.
So I'm just bad.
No,
Maybe I'm left-handed. Maybe that's the problem.
Well, I was going to ask you if you were left-handed. So yeah, good.
Oh gosh. Anyway, no, right-handed swing. But I just watching the scores roll in. I know how hard it is to be a scratch golfer, and you guys either have scratch golfers or you're very close. I mean, you guys are winning these tournaments by 40 strokes or more.
And it's what I tell everybody. You have a team of 5, okay, and so the most important positions on that team are the 4 or 5, okay, because you know your number 1's going to play good, hopefully, and number 2 is going to play good. Number 3 is going to play right here, but you have to count that 4 or 5, one of those scores. And this year, the scores, I'm going to knock on wood, they are phenomenal. I mean, I'm counting a 76 opposed to a 78. Where in the past, my 1, 2, and 3 would be shooting low 70s, middle 70s, maybe upper 70s, and then my number 4 would come in with an 88 or an 89, and then my number 5 would come in with a 90 or sometimes lower. But you're looking at 10, 15 strokes right there. You have to put on that total for that team, and that makes a huge difference, especially for day 1 and then day 2. And so, if we qualify for nationals this year, which I'm hoping we do, we've got a team in there. All my 8 girls are playing. They're playing lights out. I know exactly. As a coach, you know the very first day how your team's going to be on practice. You just know. And that first day, I just go, this is good. This is good. I like what I'm seeing. I went home and the guys side the same way. And I just said, it's going to be exciting here.
That's got to be such a good feeling as a coach.
It is.
What's you're going to Auburn Hills in Wichita? That's tomorrow, right?
No, we go a week from 2 weeks from yesterday.
Okay.
Or
Wow.
Monday.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, we have a week off.
Okay.
we're
So
gonna
you're
do that.
you're on the bye week right now. Just
Yeah.
get out, fix whatever problems you have. Who's in the field for that one?
I don't. It's the Friends University Falcon Cup, and the guy contacted me at the tournament yesterday. He's going to let me know there's going to be some good teams there. And Auburn Hills is a very tough course, and so you're going to use every club in your bag pretty much because some of these courses you go driver, wedge, 8-iron. This one here you're going to go driver, 4-iron, driver, 5-iron because they're long. It's going to be long, so it's going to be a test for our girls and our guys. But for the field right now, I do not know. There's going to be some good 4-year colleges there and some NAI schools too.
You guys watch golf on TV?
Yeah.
Are you golf junkies or just coaching? Y'all are paying attention to everything.
Yeah.
I will watch. I'll watch Sunday at the Masters. That's kind of the only golf that I watch.
That's okay.
I'm originally from Georgia. I kind of have to watch the Masters. That's something that people from out of state don't know is that if you're born in that state, it's like you signed the contract on your 2nd birthday or whatever, and you have to watch at least one day of the Masters every year. But did you guys watch the Ryder Cup?
Yeah.
We were at a tournament. Well,
Oh, yeah.
And it was exciting because a lot of my international, they're all for,
Europe.
USA, Europe. And after that first 2 days, it's like, wow, U.S. is going to get smoked. And then that final day, we go to the tournament, and I looked at Matthew, and I said, I didn't even look. I didn't even want to watch that last day. He goes, Coach, it was so close that last day. They only won like 2, wasn't it? Or,
The Europe won by 2.
yeah, and it was like, oh my gosh, if we would have just done better, that 1 or 2 groups that first 2 days, we would have taken the cup. But that's how golf is. Now mentally it went to the USA team on that last day. They knew what they needed to do, and they put the pedal down.
Very,
They played
very
really good.
very nearly pulled it off. I think was it Oberg? Was it Oberg who made the
Yeah,
who made the winning shot or the winning putt, whatever it was? I can't remember.
unreal. But yeah, my young men from overseas are pretty excited about that. So what we'll do at the end of our season, we have our two last tournaments. Then we have a little mini Ryder Cup out there at the college.
Oh, nice.
And we go out to the lake, and they're playing for, I don't know, pizza. The girls will play for Starbucks coffee and stuff like that. It's just, but it's fun to watch that too. It's really fun to watch that.
Guys, thanks for coming in today.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's Doug and Michelle Kaiser, golf coaches for Barton Community College. I didn't finish that properly. Joining us here on Sports Day. Big thanks to Coach Doug and Michelle Kaiser. Coaches Doug and Michelle Kaiser. They were a lot of fun. Barton Community College golf is a lot of fun. They are winning a lot right now. And, hey, speaking of golf, if you're a golfer and you're looking for a chance to get out, October 5th, 10 a.m. shotgun start over at Lake Barton Golf Club, the one-man mulligan tournament. Entry fee of $50. 65 and older will be allowed to play from the gold tees. There is a limited number of carts available, but they do allow personal carts. Driving to your ball will be allowed, weather permitting. So if you want to be a part of that, you can call 620-653-4255. The one-man mulligan tournament over at Lake Barton Golf Club. That taking place on October 5th. Today is October 1st. So what, is that Sunday? I'm going to check my calendar, pulling up my phone. Pulling up my calendar, I think the 5th is a Sunday. Yes, that's a Sunday. This upcoming Sunday. The one-man mulligan golf tournament starts at 10 a.m. Again, shotgun start, so be there on time. Sports Day today is presented by Equity Bank. There when you need them. Bank local, save big with in-person banking and business banking. Visit equitybank.com for more information. Equity Bank in Great Bend, Hoisington, and in Larned. Also brought to you by C&E Doors, your full-service garage door company. Follow the orange sign south of 10th and Harrison. Playoff baseball update. We're in the top of the fourth right now. The Guardians are leading the Tigers 1-0. And again, the Guardians are down. They absolutely have to win this game or their season is over because it's the wild card round. It's a best of three. You all know how baseball works. It was interesting. Casey Mize got the start for the Detroit Tigers. First of all, War Eagle. Love Casey Mize. Casey Mize gave up a home run to the second batter he faced, which was Jorge Valera. He gave up a home run to the second batter he faced. Since then has been, knock on wood, kind of lights out. He's thrown 3 innings. He's given up just 1 hit. He's walked 1. He struck out 1. But so far, that 1 is all the Guardians need. But still, very early in this one, we're in the top of the fourth. Guardians leading the Detroit Tigers 1-0. I also noticed in that interview that I just had with Coach Kaiser's, the audio was a little bit messed up. I need to get guys closer to the mic. That's on me, as I need to do a better job of interviewing people and getting them onto the microphone and going, hey, if you're all the way back here, it doesn't sound as good. I hope the people watching the video got a kick out of me doing that. I like to get I like to move around a little bit, get the blood flowing. Anyway, 1-0, Guardians leading the Tigers in the top of the fourth. We're going to take our next break. When we come back, Shelly Duvall, the head coach of Great Bend High School Volleyball, joins me. Everybody loves Shelly. Coach Duvall's a fantastic time. I promise we stayed on sports this time. We talked for about 12 minutes exclusively about high school sports, specifically Great Bend High School Volleyball and the state of her team. She's always a lot of fun. We'll play that conversation for you when you come back. You're listening to 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM live from the Mayo Money Management Studio.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor. And don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
C&E Doors, this is Eddie.
I need some work done.
Are you in a haunted house?
No, it's my garage door. I think I might need a new one.
We can take a look. We can do repairs and replacement. We'll see what's right for you.
What a relief. I thought I was going to get stuck in here.
Call the guys in orange at C&D Doors to fix your haunted house.
C&D Doors, Great Bend. Follow the orange signs just south of 10th and Harrison.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Sports, leisure, fitness, and wellness, even senior and adaptive needs. It's all here at the Great Bend Rec. Pick up a program guide or stop by the rec office at 1214 Stone in Great Bend, or check out the all-new website, greatbendrec.com. Live, play, explore at the rec.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the rec.
Hey seniors, this is your moment. Join us for Barton Community College's Senior Day on November 19th. Whether you're planning to knock out your gen eds before transferring or jump straight into a hands-on career, Barton has the path for you. Oh, and did we mention $6,000 in scholarships are up for grabs? Lock in your spot by November 1st at seniorday.bartonccc.edu. Your future starts now at Barton.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry now joined by the head coach of Great Bend High School volleyball, Miss Shelley Duval.
Hello.
Coach, I love that. This is why we're getting you in here weekly at this point, because the conversations are so fun. What was not fun, but you were saying was maybe actually pretty fun, your team had a road trip this weekend.
We did. Yes.
Not a winning streak.
Nope.
A losing streak.
Yep.
But you came in, and without being prompted, you said you couldn't be happier with the way your team played.
We knew going into that tournament, we put it in there on purpose. It was some of the biggest teams in the state with Blue Valley, Washburn Rural, St. James Academy, and Manhattan. That's 3 6A teams and a 5A, top tier team that's won state multiple times. And so we knew going in it was going to be tough. Right off the bat, our girls take Blue Valley in 3 sets. They lose the first one 22-25. We take the second one 25-23, and we lose in a heartbreaker 23-25 first set. So I knew it was going to be a good day because there was no letting down of anyone, and they were ready to battle regardless of size, composure, record. It didn't matter to them.
And so, you talk about size. I mean, you have some big schools that you're going up against there. I mean, some of the biggest schools in the state.
Absolutely.
And you guys went toe-to-toe with them, even though the final record may not show it.
Right.
The sets were all close.
Right. And, we had one set where our girls were a little bit gassed after we took Washburn Rural to 3 after we had just played Blue Valley in 3. And you could definitely tell the tempo of the game was faster. Bigger girls, bigger hitters. You're playing at a completely different level than what you've played at before. And so, girls got a little gassed in that set. But other than that, the entire day, we learned a ton. We got better, and that was kind of the end goal. The record doesn't show how well our girls competed. They stayed in it physically, emotionally, everything that you could ask for from a coach. Parents, same thing. They were impressed with some of the stuff that the girls were able to handle that weekend. And so it's only going to benefit us in the long run. I know, records are important, and they are. And we're sitting 9-9 right now, right at that 500 mark. And it doesn't show the work that the girls did this weekend. And so I told them, those records don't matter when it comes postseason. If you can win those 2 sub-state games, you're in state, doesn't matter. So that only made us better. And I'm so proud of the girls from this weekend.
And you'll see it a lot, I think, in football scheduling, especially right now, but it applies to volleyball too. You play the teams that are really good in the regular season. You're going to be ready for those tougher matchups come playoff time.
Absolutely. And the last couple of years, we've had great seasons when it comes to records and numbers, and that is nothing to be ashamed of. It was awesome to have these great records, but then when it came down to it and we hit state last year, we just weren't prepared for the level of teams. And so we knew we had to do something different. And again, I would rather see those teams in the season to make our girls more aware of what we're going to see if we make it to that big stage again and be prepared. And I mean, we're looking at the team. I've got 2 14-year-old girls on the team. I've got 2 15-year-olds. We've got a young group of girls that are now prepared to play some of the best players in the state.
And that's something that you and I have talked about. Every time I talk with someone about this team, they mention how young your team is and
Right.
how talented some of those young players are.
Yes, we have 4 seniors, don't get me wrong, but the majority of our team is underclassmen with a couple juniors in there. I think 3 juniors, but it's fun to see. You know, I refed. I took Monday away, a day away from practice, and went and helped ref for our 7th grade girls. And you know, I think it's really important for coaches to see what they've got coming up through their programs in that middle school stage, and making sure that you're present for them as well, because it shows them that they're just as important. And I think that's something that these girls have seen in the last few years that they've been a part of Panther volleyball, is that it doesn't matter what your age is. If you want to compete and you want to play and you want to be a part of a great team, then, you know, Panther volleyball is where you need to be. And these girls have put so much into the program and in and out with club seasons and stuff like that too. And it's definitely showing on the court regardless of age.
Yeah, and gosh, I'm trying to figure out the right way to word what I'm about to say. Oh, it's being there for your middle school programs, for your 7th and 8th graders.
Absolutely.
And having them kind of come up through the same system, that's so important, and having them ready, because you've very clearly shown that if you're ready, you'll play as a
You're
freshman.
going to play. Absolutely.
You're going to play as a sophomore.
You know, the one thing that we got to do a couple weekends ago is one of the 8th grade coaches wasn't able to take the girls to the tournament. So I asked a couple of my girls, I said, hey, anybody want to go and kind of be my assistant coach for the day? I'm going to go with the 8th grade. And of course, Kaya Bear jumps at it and she's like, I'm going. I want to go. Let me go. And then Ava Kaiser goes with us. And, you know, I think that right there shows the importance of being present in our other teams. And when you have the opportunity to take some of your players, especially one of the caliber of Kaya and Ava, you know, our upperclassmen, being able to come down, and I let Kaya coach a couple of the games and she absolutely loved it. And she did a fantastic job. And, you know, it's those girls at that 7th and 8th grade, they come up and they watch your varsity teams play and your JV and your C team, and they're like, oh, we can't wait to be there. But then to have somebody on your court guiding you through the process is even better. So, you know, I do think having one program from the top to the bottom is extremely important in our success.
And that goes such a long way, that senior leadership, not just helping the younger players that are playing with the varsity now, but the girls that are going to play again in the future. I think that's such a cool thing to see. Just putting myself in the mindset of a 7th or 8th grader, which I haven't been in a very long time.
Right. Me either. Way longer than you.
Right. But
oh, hey, thanks. Again, there's that joke again.
We've done that before,
yes,
haven't we?
we have. It's okay. I'm
but
old.
yeah, to put yourself in those shoes, to see the high school senior who is on this varsity team and having a really good year, to come down and say, hey, you're going to be the next one taking over, and here are the things that we want to hold you accountable with.
Absolutely.
That's
and
such a big
you know,
deal.
our seniors this year are just some of the most incredibly genuine and smart and just amazing seniors that we've had, and they're constantly just happy and staying present in the moment and enjoying every second of it. And I think it trickles down to the rest of the girls. You know, you're always going to have that drama because we coach girls, you know, but for the most part, when they get in between that white line, that drama hits the wall and it's gone, and they want to play the game. And that's the biggest thing that we've taken out of this season, is regardless of what the outcome of the scores or the record or anything is, are we getting it done in the white lines when it matters?
Yeah. You when you walked in today, you had some complaints that we were filming.
I know.
Because you said you didn't wear proper attire. You look proper to me.
Okay, I am a matchy person. Like if I'm wearing Nike, I tend to have to wear Nike from the top.
Sure.
So I had my Reebok sweatpants on because it was raining this morning, and I thought, okay, I'll put my Reebok shirt on. And then I'm in here, and it's a maroon shirt. We all know what maroon means around here, so we just don't care for that color, especially if it's paired with yellow.
It
but
doesn't match with the bright red of the tabletop.
Right. I know. I clash. So now if you're watching on video, it's just not going to be good. But it's fine. I'm over it.
It is the primary color of the high school I graduated from.
We'll go with that.
In Perry,
That's
Georgia.
way better. Perfect.
Perry High School in Georgia. Hey,
Perry High School.
Go Panthers.
Representing. Hey, were you Panthers too?
We were Panthers, yeah.
Nice. Go Panthers, yes.
Go Panthers.
Okay, that makes me feel better about what I'm wearing. So, and I do apologize for not bringing athletes today, but like I said, we had several go to Stuco representing down in Dodge City, and then a couple of the girls that I asked that were still here have a test, and they're reviewing today, and I said, you are perfectly fine. I love when they're like, sorry, coach, we can't go to the radio. We got to study for a test. I'm like, don't you ever apologize for that.
School has to come first.
A number one. Absolutely.
School has to come first.
But tomorrow night,
Tomorrow night?
we're at home. Finally.
Yeah.
We've gone an entire month with no home matches. So come out, support the Panthers. Our JV will play at 5 o'clock. They'll play the best 2 out of 3 against Dodge City, and then varsity will take the court about 6:15, and we'll play the best 3 out of 5 because it's just a duel. So it's just us in Dodge City, but it's a time to finally come and watch the Panthers play at home.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
What? And you said who's going to be there one more time?
Dodge City.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've seen them already once this season. So, but Dodge always brings their best game when they come to play us. So, yeah.
How's fantasy football treating you?
Killed it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Ian Premer.
Yeah.
But you will know that today on my fantasy football team, before Ian came into class, I had already made my shifts and my moves, and he said it looks really good. So I did it myself this week.
There you go.
So let's see if I can beat old Coach Davis.
So see, the thing is, I started Patrick Mahomes. We were talking about Patrick Mahomes.
Mhm.
I also have Patrick Mahomes. He's my quarterback. Threw for 4 touchdowns, almost 300 yards. Great week. I still lost. I still lost.
Wow. Well, okay, let's be honest. I have
Yeah.
4 people in my fantasy football.
Sure.
So our teams are stacked. I mean, I've got Saquon, I've got Mahomes, I've got Mayfield on my bench. I mean, I got Devontae Adams, I've got St. Brown.
I'm a Falcons
like,
fan. I love
come
Baker.
on. I have a stacked team. Look at me rattling off names like my husband told me I'd get addictive. It'd get addictive, and I was like, no, it's not. Now I'm constantly on it.
It makes watching professional football so much more fun. And
100%.
I just like watching football. I can watch football for the sake of watching the sport.
Right.
Fantasy football gives me something to care about a little bit more.
I agree.
And that it adds to it.
Yeah, a lot of the times there's some games on. If there's teams that I don't really care to watch, I'll throw my headphones on and watch something else. And now I'm just like, ooh, he's on my team. I got to watch. Or I'm constantly watching my app to see how good my team is doing. Or if I'm getting beat. So let's see if we can make it 2 weeks in a row. That'd be great.
Can I tell you a really cool story? I know you and Steve Webster.
Webby. Yes.
Former host of this show.
Mm-hmm.
Something very cool happened for him yesterday.
Okay.
Couple years ago, I think back in the 80s, I want to say.
Yep, I was born in 80.
Right.
Mhm.
98. He was the play-by-play voice for the Fort Hays State Tigers.
Yes.
They won a national title in basketball. I believe they went 34-0, won the national title. Big deal, obviously. Steve Webster was at every game for that team. He called every game. When they got national championship rings, Webby didn't get one.
Oh.
And Webby was not he was not insulted by that. He didn't feel as though he was slighted in any way.
Mhm.
He was like, yeah, I wasn't on the team. I was just happy to be a part of it, happy to call for him, whatever. Well, some folks who were involved with that, along with Mike Hesher, another voice who has appeared on this program, and several others on this station, got together and said, you know what, dadgummit, Steve Webster needs a national championship ring.
Awesome.
So we wanted to do it on this show.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of fell through. We wanted to have Webby on. He and I were going to be talking about something.
Just kind of surprise him with it.
And then they were going
Mhm.
to walk in with that ring and present it to him on the air. That wound up falling through. Weren't able to do it. But I feel like of all people who appear on this show, you needed to be the one who's it's like, and we haven't broken this news. This is me breaking the news on the show as well.
Oh wow, okay.
So that's something that Hash and a couple other folks did for Webby. So he's got a 1980 something national championship ring for
Heck
his,
yeah, Webby.
his time with Fort Hays State volleyball.
That's
or
basketball.
Basketball.
Basketball. Yes. Oh, I mean, you don't realize how many people are so important in, success like that. And that's something that I think is outstanding and well deserved. And I love that he was finally recognized for that. And I hope he wears that with some pride because, I mean, it's just as important.
You could tell. I spoke to him this morning. He showed it off to me a little bit. He spoke about it on the AM Great Ben
Mhm.
show. Just jazzed. Just so happy to have it. Didn't expect it at all. Was just through the roof.
Good
to
for
have
him.
that ring.
That's
and
awesome.
Obviously, everybody around here is super excited for him.
Me too.
Community bankers
Congrats,
should
Webby.
actually
That's
know
awesome.
your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Central and Western Kansas residents, are you looking for a new vehicle? Marmy Auto Group can make it happen. Marmy Auto Group includes Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevrolet, and GMC. Marmy Auto Group, your Central and Western Kansas dealer, has new and pre-owned vehicles, or we can special order your vehicle today. If your existing vehicle needs serviced, Marmy's award-winning service department can help. Come to Marmy Auto Group on 10th or marmys.net. Marmys, make it happen.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Hey, Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars! Big thanks to everybody who joined me. Oh, good night. This is overstimulating. Wow. All right. Hey, that's going to do it for today's episode of Sports Day. Big thanks also to our sponsors, Great Bend Rec and Freedom Claims Management. Be sure to give them your business. They help us out a ton. Big thanks to Zach Barrett, Shelley Duvall, and Doug and Michelle Kaiser for joining us here today on this episode. Currently, Tigers and Guardians tied at 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Don't change the channel on your radio dial, though. As soon as I go off the air, we've got Padres and Cubs coming on the air. After that, we've got Red Sox and Yankees. Don't go anywhere. Big thanks to Landon Winkler for running the cameras. Big thanks to you for watching and listening. I'm Brant Daughtry. Thank you for having me. We'll see you all tomorrow.